Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Lake of Voices. Alright, so this time we're going to be loading some save files. So... oh fuck, I forgot which ones. Okay. I completely forgot which one to do. Fucking hell. Oh no. I wish I could label my save files. You know, that would be so useful in games if they had like a mechanic where you could save your, like these kind of games where you could label your save files. Cause I Okay. This one? Do I look... I'm gonna have to experiment with this, actually. So, let's see. This is just for achievements, really, I guess.
Come on!
Oh. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Oh wait.
It won't last long! We need... We'll toss the branch when we get close.
I can do that.
I have to wait timer, I think. Margaret yelps. The flames leapt in the wind and singed her fingers. On instinct, she lets go of the source of her pain.
Are you alright?
I am.
Margaret answers me, frustration apparent. Wait a minute. Whoops. Did I do this right? Okay, let's just see where it goes. Margaret answers me, frustration apparent. The fire rapidly eats away at the branch on the ground until there isn't enough safe wood left to pick it up again. She stares down at the lost makeshift torch. It is the same look as when she lost her lantern. I harden my face.
I'll have to go on my own and ward them off. Once they move away, the two of you should follow behind me.
Both of my companions look at me, filled with concern. I shake my head at them.
There's too much risk for you to come with me. I'm going now.
Oh. I turn on my heels towards the Nixie. There's even more of them now. They drag themselves pitifully along the ground, reaching out their hands in our direction like beggars. Unfortunately, nothing can be done to help these creatures. As I approach, they curl their bodies from the light of my lantern. None of them move to retreat, however. Eyeing them warily, I quickly jump forwards in the hope of startling them. A few hiss and flail, pulling themselves into the water. One responds a different way. It returns the aggression by lashing out and knocks my light free. The lantern falls to the ground and blinks out. I gasp. Before I can turn around, one of them pounces on my back, forcing me to the sand as well. I frantically call out to the others.
Run! Get to the bridges!
Many more pile on. I dig my fingers into the loose granules. It puts up no resistance as they begin to drag me closer to the shore. They are shouting, but I am not able to make out what the words are. As I feel the thick water begin to lap against my legs, I know in my soul that I will never escape. This is the end. Achievement unlocked! Guard! Wow, okay. That was quick. Apparently I did do it right. Alright. Alright, okay, so this is gonna be... I'm just kidding. This is gonna be the end of the episode! Alright, now, what we need to do is we need to load this one? Yes, we need to load this one. And we're just gonna skip Wee. And we're just going to wait the timer. A piercing whistle breaks my concentration. It is out of place enough to catch the attention of the guide in the Nixie. Lou effortlessly jumps out of the tree he was hiding in and lands on the sand. He stands alone and undefended. His face is serious. What is he thinking? I frantically look between the group of Nixie and Lou. The creatures are still as statues, as their fixation on Lou never wavers. I wonder if the part of their minds is telling them the opportunity looks too good to be true. Lou, apparently unsatisfied with their hesitance, takes a step even closer while speaking angrily.
Do you want someone or not?
Oh boy! The spell keeping them in place breaks, and some of the Nixie abandon the guide to sling towards Lou. I cease standing as well and rush over to Lou, lantern in hand.
Wait!
His shout stops me in my tracks, and amazingly, the prowlers halt their advance as well. I had not realized they were such cautious creatures.
Watch the guide. I'll be back by the fire soon.
Okay.
Le-
Sorry. Sorry, I interrupted you? Oh my god, Lou! I'm sorry. What were you gonna say? What else were you gonna say? Wait, okay. Let's load, actually. Let's reload this. Yes, we're gonna load it again. Because I didn't hear what he said. I interrupted him. I'm sorry. We're just gonna... Yep, okay. We got this.
Do you want someone or...
Yeah, we know. Okay.
Wait!
Watch
Watch the guide. I'll be back by the fire soon. Let me do this.
Okay, you're welcome. Fucking hell. You're not speaking the right dialogue! Despite my worries for him, I understand. He is not in complete danger, and we do need to protect our way across. I believe that Lou is capable of handling the situation. I look to our lead. Even fewer Nixie around him as they all curiously inspect Lou. The guide glances away from them for a single heartbeat to make eye contact with me, and then it's over. He wordlessly swings his staff out at the Nixie still near his side. The tense silence becomes filled with screeching hisses as they retreat back to the water, freeing the guide of any immediate threats. Unaffected and without appreciation, he gives an order to Lou.
Return to the fire.
Yes, please. Lou scoffs at his response, mumbling a reply of his own.
I was going to.
Oh my god. That was the first time I've seen him speak directly to the guide. It's doubtful he would have been able to make it out with the distance between them, but Lou looks satisfied enough. His relaxed state is premature, as the Nixie are deeply focused on him now, ready to attack at the first opening. Lou takes a few deep breaths as he steels himself to run. Without a hint of warning, I burst forward as soon as he starts to move. The Nixie leap right into the now illuminated area. Pain and panic overtake them. Lou looks over his shoulder at the sound of their hisses. He smirks lightly as he watches the prowlers abandon the chase and flee. After returning back near the fire and bathing in its light, he faces me fully and gives me a small, shy wave. I put my free hand over my chest at the sight, glad that he's safe. I don't truly have the luxury to think much of what just happened, however. The guide is fine, there are no Nixie in his immediate vicinity, but they're beginning to re-emerge already. We're not out of this yet. Gripping my lantern, I watch over everything and everyone in sight, vigilantly. ... Oh, wait. Now! No! Fucking hell. Sorry. After alerting Margaret, she pulls her we can skip all this now. I quickly straighten myself out and mull over our current situation. We start to consider how we are going to travel now that we only have 2 lanterns.
Well, the 3 of us could walk together. If there's one person close by, I can't imagine it would make much of a difference having another. Furthermore, I believe we've all taken enough risks for each other already for this to not be a problem.
Margaret, her consideration touches me. I smile gratefully at her.
I think it would be fine if we all stayed together.
Okay. We'll do that then. Thank you.
As we start moving forward once more, I close in on Lou, who's walking ahead. He turns his head at my approaching footsteps.
I wanted to thank you for earlier. It got the guide out of a difficult situation, and you still watched out for yourself, like you promised.
Lou looks abashed over the praise, though he's clearly happy about it. He scratches the back of his neck nervously.
Thank you for saying that. And for what you did when I was running back towards the fire.
Yeah, no problem, dude. I offer him a warm smile.
It was no trouble, truly. If you don't mind, I would be glad if we could assist each other on the journey, rather than have to do everything on our own.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Get me some food, Kika! No, I have a... Why did I feel like I sounded like... I don't know why, but I just imagined Patrick Warburton just Burton. I don't. Joe Swanson saying Kika. Peter. Peter. Oh hey Peter. Peter. I can't do it. It's in my head. Okay, Kika. I don't know. If anyone could do a good Joe Swanson voice, please say Kika. In it. Like, it's in my head and it sounds beautiful, okay? He smiles and chuckles non-committally. His laughter trails off into the empty air without an answer. I have Cheez-Its. Like, right next to me. I wonder if perhaps he's still worried about relying on others for help. Pushing him at this point would be futile and inappropriate. Inappropriate. So I allowed the conversation to die. With nothing more to say, Lou moves back up. My leg is falling asleep. I'm just complaining. Oh, I have food. Oh, my leg's falling asleep. Oh, isn't just a wonderful time. We continue along the bridges. The only sound is the hollow echo of our footsteps and the whispering of the water as it sloshes against the wood. The stillness doesn't reassure me. Instead, it rings through me like a blaring warning bell, my instincts picking up on the all-too-familiar moments of calm before the storm, the peace before the battle breaks, and my foot is getting pins and needles. I am not okay. My fear is realized only a few moments later. Far in the distance, I hear the wet smacking crunch of another set of steps. That is a interesting sound. I peer back to see a prowler slowly following us with its distinctive wobbling gait. It's possible that it has been falling behind us since we escaped the shore and only now drawn near enough to notice. Considering our amount of light has shrunk so noticeably since that first night, it doesn't surprise me that it would follow so persistently. All we can do is keep a close eye on it and hope it doesn't draw too close. I glance over at Lou, who's been rather quiet for some time, as though he's deeply entranced by his own thoughts.
Lou.
Yeah, Lou, what the fuck's wrong with you? He jerks nearly imperceptibly as he's brought out of his reverie. He briefly looks my way, only to dart his eyes left and right like someone trying to remember what's real upon waking from a disorienting dream. I feel slightly apologetic and try to smile reassuringly at him. Instead of acknowledging me, he turns his gaze back to the wood. A moment passes between us, and then he raises his eyes up to mine again and beckons me to come closer. After I reach his side, he surveys the other two party members. Once he seems satisfied with their positions, he draws in towards me and speaks in an almost whisper.
You wouldn't mind hearing a little about me, would you? I'd like to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, He's like, hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Please do. He grins at me. However, his face quickly falls. He has to look away as he prepares to open up.
I was the black sheep of my village. I wasn't ever able to accomplish anything, and it felt like I never belonged.
Oh yeah, I know.
I couldn't go anywhere else.
I know.
It wasn't possible for someone like me. I didn't exactly want to leave, though. I only wanted to feel I was worthwhile, that I was wanted. needed. I tried again and again to be that to someone, but it was pointless.
Lou, you're gonna make me cry. You're giving me Vietnam flashbacks right now. He chuckles bitterly.
Like myself.
I pointedly give him a frown. He ducks his head further.
You probably already know that much about me by this point, huh? I'll move on.
Oh my god, you're making me sad.
During one of my attempts to be of any use, I made some mistakes. I got caught by people who threatened my village. I didn't have the nerve to stand up to them. I put everyone I knew at risk.
Oh, I know, baby. I know.
I had a chance to make up for what I did, but I didn't take it. And now this is where I am.
His face falls to the depths of despair.
The worst part is, the longer I'm here, with you, the less I regret it.
Aw.
No matter what happens to them or me, I wouldn't ever want to change my decision to go with you.
Lou, you're gonna make me cry.
I'm such a selfish coward. At least I'm embracing that now.
You're making me emotional, Lou. Lou, you can't do this to me. My eyes are actually watering up. I'm not joking. Lou, you can't do this to me, man. You can't repeat the same stuff over and over again. Ah, you're giving me Vietnam flashbacks. Lou. After 1 week's self-derisive laugh, he sighs in defeat. I want to help Lou. I wish he could see his own worth. However, my mind is distracted. Something in his story strikes me. When we first found him, he was heading in the opposite direction of us. He must have started from the other shore. There's only one village located in that direction.
Lou, are you from Hammer? That's where I am heading.
My eyes are,
It's currently under siege,
my eyes
and
are
I've been
dying.
asked to assist in pushing the Brigadiers back.
There's actual tears here. My eyes are moist. He wordlessly stares at me. His expression is clouded with unreadable emotion. After a moment, he turns to the ground and murmurs softly.
No specifics. I'm sorry.
He tries to sound lighthearted, but it's clear that he's shaken. I try to offer him a sympathetic smile.
I understand.
That's not smiling.
The people there will be alright. I will make sure of it.
Why are you, like, having your eyebrows be all like, I'm angry, but you're like, oh, I'm smiling, you know?
That's good.
Yeah. Lou acts as though he chose to cross Sinlos only for his own sense of self. However, I silently wonder if there's more to it than that. Was he crossing to find help on the other side? Despite my curiosity, I couldn't ask him to elaborate. It's clearly a difficult topic for him, and I already agreed to not get specifics out of this. I reach over to him and gently stroke his back. Oh yeah, baby. From the nape of his neck, slowly down his spine. He shivers at my touch. Okay. Though it is in no way from discomfort. I caress him, and he allows me to. I'm sorry. I had to, okay? We walk for a bit longer. The voices whispering amongst each other has died down, but the squishing and clicking of prowlers has replaced them. It's difficult to trace the exact origin of the sound. All I know is that it's far too close for comfort. The guide stops abruptly, bringing us to an awkward halt. Luckily, there are no impacts between the three of us.
Stay where you are.
Okay. My eyes are drawn to the guide. He's making small movements, cautiously pressing his foot into the boards in front of him at different spots. Oh yeah. Could something be wrong with the bridge itself? My theory is proven correct almost immediately.
The boards ahead are unstable. They may break when stepped on.
Yep.
Is there another path?
I don't know.
This is our path. Move slowly and do not have two people on the same board at a time. I will cross first. When I find a stable section, I will inform you. Then you will follow my lead.
He doesn't allow us time to answer before darting forward. His steps are light, but beneath him the wood creaks loudly. After it is well established, yeah, we know.
Why are the bridges this way?
Yeah, we know.
Unnatural black water has a great deal of
Yeah, we know about this. We've seen this before.
Where I am now.
Okay. I can't skip it, so. We already know what's gonna happen. Da 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 da. Wait, what? What? I wasn't paying attention! Wait, history. History, go. Save me, history. Wait. With a shuddering crash, one of the boards snaps beneath my feet. Oh my god. Before I even realize what's happened, I feel the cold waters of Sinless close over me. The air in my lungs bursts out in an involuntary scream, nothing but bubbles in the murky water. The hushed silence of the air is replaced by the dull rubble of water rushing into my ears. The waters are so dark I can barely tell what way is up. Only the almost oily sensation of the lake's heavy waters flowing past me gives me a sense that I'm rapidly sinking. I thrash my arms in a desperate attempt to slow my descent into that horrible blackness below. A vise-like grip seizes my leg, halting my feeble attempt at escape. Terror grips my heart just as tightly, and I kick downward with all my might at the monster I know lurks under me. I have no idea if my assault made a difference, but miraculously I feel the hold leave my leg. With renewed hope spurring me on, I frantically claw my way back to the surface. Oh my god. Like I'm escaping a burial, my head bursts free and I eagerly gulp down lungfuls of life-giving air. Then I work my way back to the bridge and cling to the wood with both hands. The moment I try to hoist myself up out of the water, the board beneath my hands bends. I realize at once that if I apply any more pressure to it, it will snap just like the other one. Weakly clinging to the edge, I exert tons of my energy dragging myself through the clinging water beside the path to find a sturdier piece. The wood pierces into my fingers and leaves deep splinters in its wake. After dragging my drenched body, feeling the whisper of cold hands just beneath my feet, reaching to drag me back into the depths, the boards finally grow sturdier. With all my strength, I push to haul myself out of this void. The viscous liquid does not take well to resistance. Moving up causes it to tighten around my waist like a massive Nixie hand, keeping me in. With a final effort, I manage to tear myself free and practically hurl myself across the wooden planks. Exhausted from the effort, I shakily bring myself to my feet. Once I feel the disorientation of my narrow victory past, I search the surroundings to get a feel for where I am now. Dread fills the pit of my stomach as I realize that I've returned to the opposite side of the unstable bridges. I look across to see Morgan and the guide, who view the scene in shock. I stand there, dazed for a beat, before opening my mouth to speak. A splash interrupts me. I instinctively take a step backwards and look at the water. It's Lou! He's fallen in! Oh no! Why? Oh my god! Lou, no! Oh my god. Did he fall in after me? To save me or something? What the hell? Lou, if it turns out that's what happened, I'm gonna scream. And I'm gonna cry, be like, Lou! Don't risk your life on me, Lou! I love you, Lou! 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 It's just a fun name to say. Lou! 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 A ragged gasp escapes me and I rush to his aid. I thrust my hand out towards him before he starts to sink. He takes it and grips me tightly. I start pulling with every single muscle in my body. Unfortunately, I'm fighting against much more than just the water this time. The strength of the Nixie is too great. I can't bring him up. I can only keep him from going further down.
Bring the light here!
I beg them with frantic eyes, then return my full attention to Lou. If I lose sight of him for more than a moment, I fear I'll lose him.
You'll be alright. You only need to hold on.
In the lake, the disturbed water around the heads of the Nixie distorts their visages into cruel, twisted grins. They pull harder on Lou, and my grip on him slips incrementally. I listen for the sounds of creaky boards. They have to be coming. They have to be. I repeat these words over and over again, chanting them and desperately trying to believe them. Lou's voice bubbles out. It's difficult to parse in the cacophony of chaos surrounding us. However, the final part is clear.
Behind you!
With that, Lou painfully rips his arm from my grasp. The only bit of color against the murky lake disappears into darkness.
Lou!
No! I scream towards him, but it's too late. He's already long lost to the inky depths of the lake. Tears sting in my eyes. But not allowing his warning to fall on deaf ears, I whip my head around to find the prowler standing over me, torso hanging over its hips at an impossible angle as it leers at me. Ah, Jesus Christ. My jerky movement startles it into recoiling back. I use the opportunity to swiftly roll out of its reach. I hop back onto my feet and unsheath my sword, ready to fight. The prowler tenses the few strings of sinewy... I don't give a shit anymore. Muscle on its bony frame. Sinewy. It's okay. Blurring its posture. As it starts to inch closer to me, I give it a hateful glare, digging in my heel to steady my footing. Before it gets within arm's reach, I aim and take strike. I take aim and strike! The tip of my blade grazes its hand and the creature hisses violently. Pure white liquid, like the tears falling from its eyes, seeps from the wound, dripping into the cracks of the wood. Despite this, the prowler does not retreat. It continues circling me, creaking more violently than ever. Finally, the light from the guide's staff pours over the scene. When the glow envelops me, the prowler turns and leaps back into the lake. The adrenaline was the only thing keeping me together. With that cut, I fall to my knees and start to bawl. He was right there in front of me, and yet I could do nothing to help him. He's gone. Margaret bends down and grasps my shoulder lightly. She brushes closer to my face and whispers softly,
I'm glad you're safe.
I'm not! I peer down and my eyes trailed to the edge of the bridge where Lou was lost. My focus isn't unnoticed.
Do not go near there. The Nixie did not expect someone to be in the lake without their doing, much less two. You were very lucky. Anyone who draws close to the water now will die.
I feel like an empty husk.
Why?
It's one word, and it's the only one I can imagine. I can manage. He was safe on the other side only a moment ago, but...
He jumped into the lake himself.
Oh my god, he did jump into the same fucking hell! He did jump in to save me! I'm pissed! Lou, why would you do that? I stare up at the guide, utterly shocked by his scoffed statement. I open my mouth to speak, however it hangs agape as I struggle to find the words. How could he do that? Why would he do that? Was that the reason they released me? Because they were trying to grab him instead? Margaret places a gentle hand on my back in an attempt to comfort me. The guide still looks unhappy with the situation. He stoops down to be at my eye level.
We have to move on. If he wanted you to survive so much that he threw himself to the Nixie, then you should respect that. Relight your lantern.
You know what? You have a point. I gaze at him with empty eyes, then let my gaze fall back to the boards. My lantern lies deserted where it landed after I reached for Lou. I refused to relinquish it while in the lake because I had the nerve to hope I would make it back. If I had known it would be at the cost of his life instead, I'm not sure what I would have done. But I have an idea. When I don't move, the guide extends his long, slender arm and retrieves the lantern. He gingerly offers it to me. I awkwardly pick up my sword and return it to its hilt. My limbs shake as I take the proffered lantern. What the fuck? Okay. Margaret takes out her matches and offers them to me, since I'm soaked from the previous skirmish. I take the match from her hand and swipe it to ignite. I relight my lantern. It glows with light once more. Without another word, the guide stands. I force myself up onto my feet to join him. He turns around and faces forward, his coat swaying behind him. Carefully, he makes his way across the unstable boards once more. I watch the guide listlessly as he crosses. I can hear Margaret's voice vaguely in the background. She is speaking gently to me, however, no matter what she's trying to say, her words just come out muffled and distant, like someone underwater. The guide makes it across and turns to face us. It's our turn now. Margaret and I tread onto the bridges, carefully stepping over the broken section. This time, no boards snap. We make it to the other side in one piece. Bitter sweetness overcomes me. Even though I'm relieved that no one else succumbed to the same fate as Lou, the previous scene still echoes in my mind. I wipe a tear from my eye. Why couldn't it have held firm the first time? We spend a moment looking at each other and then at the boards, no one knowing what to say. After a pause, the guide starts walking again. We must follow. Continuing on or staying behind to be with Lou eternally are the only options. The guide is right. He wouldn't have wanted that. I keep walking down the path, lost deep in foggy despair. First Bemele and now Lou. Oh man, all of our love interests are just dying left and right. I'm just... I'm sad. I'm sad. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Lake of Voices and you'd like to see more of this game, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, just like glue, or not like glue, die safely. Bye-bye!